Hello guys and welcome to another Couchisode. I am DJ.
And I am Blade.
And guys, welcome everybody to our 9th Couchisode today. And in one of them that proves to be special, it's going to be the last one of 2020.
Oh yeah.
We hope that the new year will bring us some new things, some new challenges, some new perspectives.
And a better year.
Well, yeah, I was going to get to it, and obviously gives us some new developments on this recently, this recent challenge that we've had, as on YouTube, and following this lovely community, but also the guys that even in the Portuguese community of YouTubers have been helping us and so on. So the last one for 2020, and it couldn't be better actually, because it seems that we triggered some stimulant on the rest of the community, and we started having participations, and today we're gonna have a very good one in this episode, right, Blade?
Yeah, it's even better than a shampoo. It's not a 2-in-1, it's a 3-in-1.
It's a 3-in-1, exactly. So today we're going to give you the Couchisode head and shoulders sort of thing. I guess it's going to be something like
Dandruff free.
Dandruff free, exactly. So getting right onto it, and to say goodbye to 2020, Blade, what are going to be the games that you're bringing us today?
Yeah, I'm going to bring a very special game today. One that I believe everyone has played. I played this one on the arcades and on the PC and Mega Drive, and I dabbled a bit in the Super NES version. Okay, it's from '92, and it's a fighting game.
Okay,
it's a game that was asked to be developed to fight a very specific game called Street Fighter 2. Are you getting there?
I mean, we already discussed that. Remember that there was a lot of games that tried to combat Street Fighter 2. I mean, one of them we actually covered, which was this Body Blows from Team 17.
That doesn't count.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a terrible game though. But yeah. Okay, there could have been many. So fill us in.
Okay, I'm going to talk about a really, really good one called Mortal Kombat. This is an epic game. It's a classic.
Okay. I mean, there's not much to say about it because we already know the reputation that precedes it.
Oh yeah.
And still being made to this day. So
still being made today, yeah. But one thing that a lot of people don't know is that this game actually started really small, because Midway asked a group of 2 guys, Ed Boon and John Tobias, to develop a fighting game. And the game started to be developed by 4 people. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen epic games that we have today being, starting their development with, that amount of people that became iconic titles nowadays. So yeah, I can see it happening.
And the even more interesting fact is that they actually made the game happen in 10 months. It's awesome.
So the first Mortal
Midway
Kombat
actually gave them extra time to develop the game further, and they added 1 extra character. That's how Sonya became part of the game. This is an awesome fact. And
I really love one thing about Mortal Kombat was there's a lot of documentaries on YouTube about how they did how they replicate the motion of the characters as
they make the digitizing.
Yeah, the digitizing of the bodies and so on, doing the movements, and I found that really, really interesting. It was a really good thing to see how in the old days, without having this CGI and stuff like that, how they would come to that perfection perfection for the time, of course, to come up with such a good game and character art.
And you know that they were actually the characters were actually digitized with a hi8 camera that belonged to Tobias himself. It was his personal camera.
Oh yeah, I didn't know that. That's a good let's say behind the scenes detail. I did not know that, but I guess that's when you're into low budget gaming. Little did they know that Mortal Kombat would become such a the such popular title that it is nowadays.
Well, but it had a bit of controversy at the time because it was a very violent game, and if you remember when they introduced the fatalities, And all the blood. It was a gory game. And
I
it was
think
complicated back then to get this up, and they had a few problems. Mainly
It
on
remind-
the Super Nintendo.
It remind me if I'm or just let me know if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the games that comes also on the documentary High Score on Netflix, right? And they talk about the violence that that was being put there because it was on a turning period that gaming was no longer just for children, because gaming was starting to become something for adults also. And I think that when Mortal Kombat came out, it really kind of gave people something that they didn't have, which was this kind of gratuitous violence, which then started a whole movement around the age classifications for these sorts of games. So I mean, if you guys want to see this thing, watch the documentary on Netflix. It's called High Score. But yeah, it gives you a really good view of what games like Mortal Kombat shaped the gaming market, especially the genre of fighting games. Yeah. Indeed.
Do you recall the console versions, the Mega Drive and the SNES version?
I remember that they were not that good.
No, they weren't that bad. The thing is, the SNES version had everything to be a great version. The problem is, Nintendo censored it all. The game became very meh. And the Mega Drive version just removed the blood. But you could simply activate it in the start screen, and you get all the lettering.
Yeah.
If you did on the controller ABACABB, I still remember the code. You would hear a sound and you'd activate the blood in the game. It was a full game and it was awesome. But the arcade version was the version to play.
It was called Gore mode, I believe. It was called the Gore mode, which you would be able to see the blood. I remember that one. I remember the combination. I only played it on the PC, and I believe that was an option you could only activate. I don't even know if it was a cheat like that on the Mega Drive.
You could just simply activate it on a PC. On the arcade, it was activated by standard simply. It was awesome.
Definitely a good game.
What was your favorite character?
In Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, the first one.
It was always Liu Kang. I mean, I used to play Liu Kang a lot. I don't know if it was the connection with Bruce Lee, I really liked it. Alternatively, in the later versions of the game, I really liked the robot ninjas, Noob Saibot. What was the name of the other one? I can't remember their names. Sector, exactly. I was really into those guys, and I really liked play with them. But originally, it was mostly Liu Kang. Yeah, definitely.
I'm a Scorpion fan all the way. Get over here!
Yeah, I guess so. I guess I can't be surprised by that because a lot of people like him.
Yeah.
But definitely no. I was really into this kung fu stuff like Liu Kang had, anyways.
I hated fighting Liu Kang when he started just kicking you in the end and going like.
Oh yeah. That's why I liked him. That's why I like to play with him. He was really, really annoying. He was a bully. Yeah.
It was such a fun game. Still is today.
It is. Still very playable.
Anyway, if you guys haven't played this, you need to get back to this planet and just give it a go, because
who didn't play it, man? We're not even expecting anyone to say, "Wait, I didn't play Mortal Kombat."
Yeah.
I mean, it's just to remind you guys how good it was. We have to talk about it. It's inevitable. We might well just do it right now to end the year. In
If we're going to talk about the gory game, well, it's the best year for it.
Yes, exactly. Gory games, Christmas, everything is is related to it. So that's it.
Oh, and DJ, so should we go right into the video someone sent us?
Yes, let's go into the video that someone sent us. I've already seen it, and it has some really great games, guys. So let's take a look at it, and we'll see each other in a few minutes.
Yeah, see you guys in a few minutes. Have fun.
Geoff Crammond is a legend in sim racing video games development, and Stunt Car Racer was the first game to offer me a realistic driving experience with its impressive physics engine. In this game, we're invited to perform some crazy stunts on a bunch of roller coaster-like elevated courses and be rewarded for doing so. It was originally released by MicroStyle in 1989, and in its cover we can read the sentence, "Games for Adults." What, back then, made this 14-year-old kid feel like he was a grown-up just for being able to finish every single course present on the game. This 1988 beat-em-up was where I fell in love with the genre. Vigilante was exactly what I was after in a fighting game. I was never a fan of the Street Fighter series that had its debut a year before Vigilante, and never had the chance to try the very first Renegade on the arcades. By that time, many action movies were all about martial arts and kicking ass, basically. And I was after a similar experience on a video game, and Vigilante offered the chance to fight our way and save our kidnapped girlfriend, Madonna.
Hey, come on.
Blowing stuff up was an extremely popular thing in mid to late 80s with so many one-man army action movies. Cabal is a 1988 arcade original title by TED Corporation that was ported by Ocean Software for the 8-bit home computers, in where we must destroy 5 enemy military bases, each one with 4 different areas. And believe me, it is so awesome to watch those buildings being slowly brought to the ground. Cabal won the award for Best Advert of the Year by readers of Crash magazine, and it really looks awesome. I agree.
Wow, nice Pixel, very nice. I haven't played the Stunt Car game a lot, but the other two, wow. And Cabal on the Spectrum, so many hours on that one, so many hours.
I didn't play Vigilante. Was that the second game's name?
Yeah.
Vigilante? Yeah, I haven't played that one. The other two I did. Cabal on the ZX Spectrum. I mean, I played a lot of Stunt Car Racer. A lot of Stunt Car Racer, really. It's a game that we already talked about it on the Portuguese episodes. We already talked about it. I think it was Quake that brought it up.
Yeah.
Again, because it was a game that was very popular in the Amiga. Which is the first version that it actually shows here on the video, and it's a great game. I must say, I mean, Cabal was from the ZX Spectrum area period for me, and I didn't really, how can I say, I don't think I already enjoyed games the same way I did a few years later, as going to my early teenager days. So again, great suggestions, Pixel.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us on the couch. It was really amazing to see you, coming up here, especially one of the, the ones we like to consider the greatest ones on our, great community. Pixel has been, doing some marvelous work, and it's not just this. It's like, guys, go to his channel. He has, for example, a wonderful documentary. Or let's say a web documentary on the Sierra, the history of Sierra, the history of ZX Spectrum. He has so many of these types of content that go really in depth on how these things were created, how companies were created, how games shaped and molded the industry. And he does an excellent job. So guys, just we're gonna leave the link down below. Just drop a visit to his channel. He has some really great content there. Thanks, Pixel.
Yeah, check it out, and thanks again for the video.
Thank you, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So, I guess we're going to talk about one more game before we get this too long, right? And it's going to be me. So, I'm going to be a little bit, how can I say, stubborn, and sorry to bother you guys with that. But I'm gonna go back to point-and-click adventures because I mean I have to, obviously. There were so many that I played. Some of them better than others, of course. This one didn't have the best reviews ever, but we'll go there and I'll explain why. The game I'm going to be talking about is called Blue Force. It's from 1993 and was released for MS-DOS only. So yes, nobody knows this game. And why do I know this game? Not only it's a point-and-click adventure, and obviously I was playing a lot of point-and-click adventure games at the time, but this game was actually produced by Jim Walls, which was the same person that sorry, not produced, but designed by Jim Walls, which was the same person that designed the Police Quest games from Sierra, the one from the first to the third. So again, this is also a game, a point-and-click adventure within the same, let's say, wavelength. So it has a lot of similarities with Police Quest, especially that part on the procedural part of the police, which was, you know, greatly influenced by the professional experience of Jim Walls as an officer. And he brought this whole thing about, you know, the procedures of calling backup before approaching a suspect and stuff like that. So the whole game resembles that concept, and it's still a great, for me at least, it was a great point-and-click adventure with the police theme on it. So this game came, oh sorry, I can't speak today. This game comes out after Jim left Sierra for reasons that are still unknown to this day. So we don't know why he left. He was taken over by someone else that actually developed the rest of the Police Quest series and then some of the SWAT games. But that's, you know, a story for another time. And he puts on a plot which is about a rookie police officer that basically joins the same police force as his father, that had been killed in the line of duty in 1984. So the case of his father's murder, which is also an officer, has not been solved yet. And while playing the game, Jake Ryan, which is the main character, is going to find some ties to his father's murder. And that's when he actually starts an investigation about it. During this investigation he's doing as an officer of the Jackson Police Department, he starts unraveling some clues and mysteriously suffers an accident which leaves him for weeks on rehabilitation. And then later on, as a private investigator, he's actually going to start digging deep into the murder of his father. So I'm not going to touch up on the story that much because I want you guys to, you know, keep an open mind on it because it's an excellent game. However, it's not an excellent game for a lot of people, it seems, at least looking into reviews. And I always get really, how can I say? I really get disappointed when I see this, because I played this in a time, and after playing the Police Quest series, I actually had played more than the first 3 games, I believe. I think I was already on the 6th Police Quest when I found this game and went to play it, and I actually loved it. I think it was an excellent game. I think it had a lot of similarities with Police Quest, and with slightly better graphics or similar graphics that we had at that time. But again, you know, critics around the world, let's say, game critics, says that the game had abysmal dialogues, appalling spelling errors, which I don't remember of any, but maybe they are there, and, you know, a lot of factual inconsistencies. To me, it was a great story. I loved it, honestly. In fact, another curiosity about this is that this game was actually rated the 37th worst computer game ever. The 37th. That's and I don't know how many entries are on that list, but I'm gonna say that the 37th is probably a very high place. But again, guys, I'm just gonna tell you this: don't let these reviews intimidate you. Try the game, because the game is really good. Especially, I feel that this game has a lot of emotional connection, more than Police Quest had. As I remember a scene of the game, especially when he sits down with his grandmother, I believe. Talking about, or his mother, I don't really remember, but he's talking about his father, and there's a lot of, you know, a really dark atmosphere surrounding this game. So I think they really captured that really well, and despite the critics and saying what they say, I don't think this game is that bad, and I really want to tell you, everybody, take a look at this game, try it, because I played this several times, and, you know, sometimes I even played today. It's actually amazing, man. I guess you didn't play this, Blade.
No, but people should learn to ignore the game critics and just play the games, because a lot of times you will miss out on great games because critics didn't like them.
Exactly.
And I haven't played this one. I didn't know it.
Go try E.T. for the Atari. Everyone knows that game was crap, but try it. I mean, I tried it, and I could see why people would say that game was bad.
Oh,
but I still played it. I was still able to play it, and that's what I'm trying to say. game criticism today sometimes tends to be, even with the titles nowadays, tends to be focused on something that is beyond the game.
Exactly.
And this is my opinion. It's everything about the graphics, the fluidity, about the online transactions. Man, play it for the experience and of the game, and not exactly for whatever people are saying about it. That's my advice for you for 2021. For all of you,
We're all
my
different.
advice for 2021.
So,
go for it.
yeah.
Don't
And
listen
DJ.
to what people say.
DJ.
Sorry. Thanks for the rant.
9 Couchisodes in 2020, and we're calling it a day for this year.
Exactly. What a year, man. What a year.
Yeah, what a
I'm going to wish everybody a very happy new year. We are going to see each other in 2021. See you next year, as they usually say. It's been marvelous to be here with you guys. So I hope that we can continue this for many, many more episodes, Couchisodes, or whatever that is. Me, you Blade,
weren't
Quake,
there.
also on the other side. I hope that we can, do something amazing next year.
Yeah.
Wish you and Quake a very good year, and all to our couchies there watching. Thank you very much, guys, for being on that side.
Thank you
As you
so
always
much.
know, we will take you all into consideration, and if we could, we would take you all in with us on the couch at the same time. Not possible now, but we'll try to make it something happen.
Yeah,
So,
we could try
guys, yeah, exactly. As you already know, leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you didn't like. Consider subscribing to the channel, guys. And I'm gonna say signing out, and see you all next year. See you guys.
See every single one of you next year. Have a great end of year. Get into the new one with the right foot, and hopefully it will be better than this one. Let's hope so.
Exactly.
Happy New Year, everyone, and game on!
Game on, people. Happy New Year. Bye.